Once upon a time, there was a girl who had a dream. She longed to reign over each pond, lake, and stream. She said, every last river and the deep blue sea, all of it one day will belong to me. They'll all call me Lizzie, the Ocean Queen. And when I'm in power, I'll live in a tower, in a palace of prismarine. And true to her word, she got in her boat and bravely sailed away. But no empire, let alone one that floats, could ever be built in a day. Made an island of lily pads.
How'd that look?
Pretty bad. Got a parrot, my first loyal subject. I might have slightly killed it. Axolotl, royal guards, trained him up to fight real hard. And I dreamt of my own future palace, but first I had to build it. From death trap, guardian farm.
How'd that go?
Worked a charm. Found people to work in the market. They may have been abducted. Swapped fish that I'd caught for some emeralds, then for quartz. And I planned out my own future palace, which soon would be constructed from prismarine. Prismarine. So I gathered all my blocks, cobblestone and moss and rocks, to make myself a sturdy base. Then came the tower and spiral staircase. Robbed a reef of all its coral.
How'd that feel?
Kind of immoral. To build a dome, then add to that an axolotl habitat. It has problems, to speak the truth, spawning mobs and a leaky roof. But still it's the most glorious thing I've seen. And I live here with Sir Strawberry and Lady Marceline, in my palace of prismarine. Just across the pond grew a kingdom like no other. And the Ocean Queen would learn that the ruler was her brother. Jimmy, the codfather, had a plan to make a dime. By having a monopoly on all the servers' slime. In the Grimlands lived Whip, an explosives engineer. Who mostly cares for salmon, the only fish he holds dear. A rivalry between the two had caused a great divide. To condone cod or support salmon, one must now decide. Come gather round, I'll tell you a tale of action, deception, anger and betrayal. This was the moment when the cod war began. Everybody's calling it the Great Salmon Scam. Someone had meddled with my royal guards. Whip made a trip, left a calling card. A stranger swam by, he was probably a spy. So I put him in a bucket and I quarantined the guy. It's the perfect plan, the great, great, great salmon scam. Add a knife whip and line my pockets too. I would make a trade, I needed rocket fuel. He wanted some salmon, so I went and caught a ton. Traveled to his home and so a deal could be done. I showed him my home, he said that it sufficed. He gave me the fuel.
They make the wings go fly fly.
Then we flew off and put the salmon in a lake. Little did he know that he had made a big mistake. It's the perfect plan, the great, great, great salmon scam. I had to tell my seedling that it was all on track. So I went to see him in his empty shack. Led him to the lake, then he said,
Start the hunt!
let my axolotls loose so they could have some lunch. Whip got revenge, a final act of malice. Flying monstrosities all around my palace. A trail of airborne salmon from the scene of the crime. The cod war may continue for a long, long time. An imperfect plan, the not so great salmon scam. Alas, the cod war was not the only conflict to be seen. More trouble was brewing that involved the Ocean Queen. Deep inside the jungle, the lost empire lies. Ruled by Joey, a chaotic and most mischievous guy. Meanwhile, in Mythland, Lord Sausage formed a guild, where customers could pay to have their rivals killed. This is the tale of how these rulers' paths crossed, when the Queen found that one of her ocean kin was lost. this an awful piece of news to start the day. I heard that Joey took my axolotl far away. And while in flight that evil thief did tumble off the tower, but still he took my baby boy, my darling little flower. So I left my empire and I took a jungle trek. I found his central temple and I stormed right up the steps. Angered by his insolence and driven to a rage, I stole the tiger blood prince and I put him in a cage. Joey spying, so I put him to the test. Let us meet at sundown in the desert to the west. Nobody gets hurt and we still both get our own way, he said.
If you try any funny business, there'll be hell to pay.
I went to visit Sausage in his empire to the south. A place where many enter, but few ever make it out. He laughed and he said,
"Welcome to the Assassin's Guild."
I informed him of the standoff and I said, "Have Joey killed." At sundown by the desert rail tracks, we both pressed the lever and we got our babies back. Then Sausage the assassin shot us both stone dead. He said he double-crossed me, then he tossed me Joey's head. We both got what we wanted and we got what we deserved. In our selfishness we both forgot to self-preserve. And so a double murder somehow brought us back together. And now our pair of empires can live in peace forever. Right?